Hello everyone, thank you for being here today. My name is Attallah and this is my term project titled Advancing HVAC Quality and Performance Through State-of-the-Art Sensing Technology. The motivation behind this project comes from casinos facing HVAC issues due to structural changes. When remodels occur in casinos, this causes the old HVAC system of the old room to have to adjust to the new layout room. This can cause temperature inefficiencies. This can cause cold temperatures and dead spots, hot temperatures and dead spots, spots that aren't even heated or cooled, and this can allow for guests and customers to be unsatisfied with their experience in the casino. The plan of action for this project is to implement IoT sensors to help with temperature inefficiencies and energy consumption, is to implement infrared cameras to track these dead spots, is to also implement Schlieren imaging to be able to track the point source in the room to see where the air patterns are coming from, and also to conduct literature reviews via research, gather data from the site visits that I plan on taking at Ameristar Casino, and also implement testing if the grant is awarded. After submitting the grant application in middle of September, this project was awarded the $1,000 undergrad research grant. I plan on using these funds from the school for an infrared camera from HIC Micro, a digital anemometer, a laser distancer, monocular batteries, and cloth to clean off the camera. This funding will help buy the infrared imaging camera from HIC Micro to be able to test where are these dead spots, are they hot, are they cold, and I actually did speak with Ameristar, and back in late August, early September, I had an agreement with the Ameristar staff and one of the managers named Jim to be able to test in the casino. But after receiving the grant late October, early November, they did inform me that that cannot happen no more. So I decided to take matters in my own hands and test in my house, which is also a residential setting. When conducting research for this project, I did notice some gaps in research. There are limited studies on integrating infrared cameras and IoT sensors and any cutting-edge technology in high-traffic environments like casinos, like concerts, for example, concert venues. Number two, I also noticed there was a lack of real-time monitoring data and energy efficiency improvements in terms of HVAC systems in casino buildings. And number three, I felt like there wasn't a big focus on like how the guests feel, how does the customer feel, are they satisfied, and are they enjoying their time when they are in these high foot traffic environments. HVAC systems have come a long way, especially since 1902 when Willis Haviland Carrier created the first electrical air conditioner. Since then and to now, advancements like VRF systems or variable refrigerant flow systems have been created, which use a coolant called a refrigerant to heat and cool, but this system really struggles to be able to adapt to a dynamic layout and a more dynamic stage of a room of a building. Many current systems today lack the ability to track real-time data, and they also don't necessarily produce a very energy efficient operation, and not every single system can track advanced diagnostics like heat leakage and inefficiencies in blockage. My main goals for this project is to be able to build a system that allows you to use these IoT sensors and these infrared cameras to better suit your building, your room. My second goal is to measure like how much energy is being consumed, how much energy is being saved. And number three, which is very important to me, is to be able to inspire like casinos and even other commercial buildings to invest in HVAC advancements because it can truly change the game. For the methodology section, I did research on advanced HVAC technologies and also traditional technologies. Number two, I did data collection from 3 site visits that I took at Ameristar Casino specifically, and I did do some interviews with Honeywell, with Ameristar staff, with LASCO, with Professor Zahari. Number three, testing of an infrared camera and digital anemometer from the undergrad research grant, and I also did a comparative analysis of the traditional and advanced HVAC systems, which can be shown on the cost estimate. So now for the testing results that was provided from the undergrad research grant. here are some photos, 4 photos that I took inside my home with the infrared camera provided by HIC Micro. On the top left, you could see I took a picture of the ducts in my basement, and it shows purple because those show the cold spots of the ducts, and where you see orange shows the hot spots. In the top left, it says that the center was about 20.9 degrees Celsius, so that was pretty cool because I got to see that off the HIC Micro infrared camera, which also got transput in my phone, and then I was able to get these pictures off my phone and email them to myself. On the top right are the picture of the steel pipes and the PVC pipes in my basement, and you could see most of it is running with yellow colors, showing that it's hot. For the bottom left, it's the water heater. So on the lower side of the water heater, you could see that it's yellow and like kind of orange, and it also measured to be 25 degrees Celsius. And on the bottom right is a picture of my basement that I took that has a lot. I wanted to take this picture because my basement has like a foosball table, pool table, like a lot of things going on, usually a lot of people in the basement. So I wanted to take a picture of that, and you could see that most of it is orange, showing like the heat and the hot spots inside the basement at about 20 degrees Celsius in the center. So for this slide, you could see I used the BT100 digital anemometer, and for this I wanted to test like the duct speed, and there's 4 pictures from left to right, test 1 to test 4. I decided to take scans of like how far I was from the duct, and I noticed that the farther I was, the lower the speed was, and the closer I got, the faster the speed. As you can see, picture 4 says 118 feet per minute. So I wanted to show that like when you have an HVAC system and it's running through the ducts, you could just track the airspeed, and this is what the IoT sensors would be able to track also, not just temperature efficiencies and not just using predictive maintenance. So for the energy consumption calculations, I calculated 42 sensors. For the IoT sensors, 12 baseboard fans, 2 infrared cameras, and 1 Schlieren setup, and I got about 592 watts. I divided this by 1,000 and times it by 24 hours in a day, and I got 14.2 kilowatt hours per day. And I compared that to 96 kilowatt hours per day for traditional HVAC systems. I then got the number of $10.63 per day that will be spent for these advanced HVAC advancements, and I multiplied by 365 days, which equals 1 year, and I got roughly $3,900 to be spent. For the building models, I will speak about the building model on the right first. So the picture on the right, I actually created in Revit just to show an outside view of what the remodeled room would look like. So as you see, the big entrance door is the main entrance door, main exit door, and the door on the left is like a secondary door to enter and exit. I wanted to make this outside view because this is like the proper shape of what the remodel casino room looks like when you actually do come to Ameristar Casino in East Chicago, Indiana. And the picture on the left, I wanted to create like a detailed model so I can showcase to anyone just to explain like what I'm talking about so they can visualize. So I created this in Blender 3D, which is a 3D modeling software. As you can see, I was inspired by Ameristar Casino. I created 2 infrared cameras, 1 on each side to be able to monitor dead spots in the whole area of the casino. I created video slots and imported chairs into the drawing just because that's how it was at the Ameristar Remodel Casino. And up above, you could see the 2 vents and the ductwork, which is where the IoT sensors will be placed near the ductwork to be able to track duct speed and track temperature inefficiencies and track all that data into the building management system. And yeah, the infrared cameras are on one on the left side and one on the right side. For this remodeled room to have IoT sensors, infrared cameras, a Schlieren setup, and baseboard fans to be installed in the remodeled casino room, it would cost approximately $15,000 to $21,000, and this includes the installation, the equipment, and the materials to do so. There is, based on research, a strong rate of investment for year 3 and year 4, about 60,000 to 80,000 in savings, just because saving on energy consumption and also saving on emergency HVAC repairs, because predictive maintenance AI will be used to be able to adjust and alert before a repair is even needed. So final thoughts to leave with you are that HVAC advanced systems can reduce energy consumption, they can provide long-term operational savings, and of course they can help guest interaction and guest satisfaction inside the casinos. In the future, I would conduct long-term testing in an actual casino or concert venue. And number 2, I would try to explore like integrating renewable energy with advanced HVAC systems. I think that would be very cool to see and very interesting to see what may happen. Thank you.